Hey Dom, this is Dave Decide. Today I want to get into a cute theory with a male actor, NV, and what happened. I also want to get into some rather sadder news, but everything is okay, and this is involving the members' families. So, hater or not, make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on. And let's get into it. So let's talk about BTS's family. First off, all of the members except Jungkook have gotten COVID. BTS has talked about this during one of their recent live streams. It is very possible that Jungkook got COVID but didn't show any symptoms, so maybe didn't get tested and then fully recovered from it without it ever physically affecting him. But during a recent live stream, the members had talked about their experience with COVID, and Jungkook said that he must have super antibodies because he won't get the disease. I love the confidence, and I am manifesting that as well for him. Jungkook's family didn't get COVID either, so it could also be that COVID simply sees Jungkook and his family and is scared, so they infect others. Apparently, the other members are not scary enough. RM also spoke about his experience with COVID and mentioned how his family got it and that maybe it was contracted from RM himself. And he apologized to his dad. See, the thing is, I'm personally not scared of COVID at all, but I am more so scared to give it to my parents. But RM continued to say that everyone was fine, and Suga's family also got COVID. This could be how Suga ended up getting it. When the news broke out of RM, Suga, and Jin getting COVID, it was all together, but it likely wasn't from each other. It seemed like since their family got it, the members got it back in their hometown. Which is shocking how the cases are higher in America, but they got it in Korea. Suga's family was fine, but Suga had some symptoms, but lied about it to Big Hit as he didn't want to worry ARMY in the Big Hit statement. However, telling us now doesn't stop the worry. People are still worried now, and if anything happens like shortness of breath while dancing or whatever, people are going to say it's because of COVID, which sucks. It was upsetting to hear this upsetting news about BTS and their family, but of course they are all okay now. But it's just this idea that we start to realize that yes, they're human, but they also experience very human things we all experience. And money, fame, and beautiful looks don't change that. We tend to put people who are rich, successful, and attractive on this huge pedestal, but they are susceptible to the same things that we all are. RM famously said COVID get out, but it seemed COVID did not get out, but went right ahead to attack his family. But hopefully them getting it would mean that they have a higher tolerance for it in the future. J-Hope, it was announced just a day ago, this was way after their stream, that J-Hope got COVID, and people were worried given some of the announcements were downplaying the symptoms, not in a bad way, but just so we wouldn't worry. But maybe J-Hope's symptoms are worse. The statement read that he went to the hospital, but not because his symptoms were bad, but just to get tested. In a lot of the places, unlike America, where the healthcare system is a little, let's say, less inclusive, you can go to a hospital for any little thing and be treated or tested for it, and oftentimes for free or really low cost. So if you feel even the slightest symptoms, you just go get tested. It doesn't have to be an emergency, kind of like what we associate a hospital with in America. So upsetting news to hear about the family and parents of BTS, but I'm sure they weren't too upset about it, or maybe they were, I don't know. I was very excited to see other things happening. First off, I'm always excited to talk about BTS and their stuff on Instagram. It's always so cute to see them interact with other celebrities and other pop culture stuff. I think Taehyung really likes Broadway and definitely keeps up with the pulse of pop culture. It seems like he knows what is something that is culturally relevant and something that is blowing up or about to blow up. I felt like Taehyung was right on the pulse with Emily in Paris and also Dear Evan Hansen. That story has been around for a bit, but I think the one with Platt is more recent. But let's backtrack a bit. Taehyung enjoys a lot of films and songs, and he often posts about them on his Instagram or talks about them during his live stream. ARMY also gives recommendations on what they would like Taehyung to see, and sometimes it's very important gay films, which Taehyung talks about actually watching. There's moments where he would sing a song from a gay artist or talking about watching a gay film. I think Taehyung played on piano one of the songs from the film Call Me By Your Name, which is kind of one of the biggest representative films in LGBT right now. People were so happy to hear him rep such a song, not just because they think he might be gay, but the idea that someone, whether gay or not, but is very successful and powerful to show this type of support. When places around the world, like in Korea or in the South in America, would still kill or beat up gay people, I don't think Korea kills gay people just to clarify, but it is kind of frowned upon over there. But there's a lot of examples of Taehyung enjoying and playing homage to the gay culture in the world. This alongside the Taekook rumors, Taehyung and Jungkook, people believe that he is gay and just has yet to admit it. But I mean, if he was, I don't think he has to admit anything. Dear Evan Hansen is not a gay film, I don't think. I haven't seen it, but I have read the plot and it doesn't seem to be. But the actor Ben Platt is very openly gay and I think he's married. Ben posted a video and kind of promoting a website and something he believes in, and Taehyung commented on the post, unrelated to the song and unrelated to the video. Taehyung wrote that he loves For Forever, which is one of the soundtracks to Dear Evan Hansen film. And Ben sings that song so amazingly well, I can see why Taehyung is a fan of his. Taehyung also went ahead and liked a more recent photo that Ben posted where it was announced that Ben was going to be in Las Vegas for the Grammy. And of course BTS will be there too, so maybe they will meet. I did find it funny that if this was an interaction with a woman, i.e. like when Taehyung acknowledged Emily in Paris or just followed Jennie from Blackpink, they got hate messages in the comments and people telling the women to stay away from Taehyung. Even though neither of them have probably even had a long conversation with Taehyung before. But I looked and I couldn't find any hate comments directed towards Ben and telling him to stay away, so I don't know. If some of y'all toxic people just hate women, just say that. But the comments around Taehyung trying to communicate with Ben ended up kind of blowing up on Twitter. Some people were mad as they thought this was Taehyung's way of coming out on Ben's Instagram, talking about how much Taehyung loves him. And the fact that Taehyung likes and enjoys a gay artist means that he's gay himself. This is weird to me because the film that Taehyung watched is not really gay, and even if it was, it's just a film, but also none of the pictures and videos that Taehyung liked had any references to anything gay other than Ben himself. And Taehyung could have liked the actual gay pictures. Like Ben has a picture of him kissing his husband, which if Taehyung liked would have been more of a statement, right? Other than Taehyung just pressing like on a photo saying that Ben is performing in Las Vegas, Taehyung probably just saw that and was excited and was like, yes, I'm gonna go see his show. And also, while I'm sure Ben would love to be an icon for the gay community, maybe is, I don't know, I don't think every gay person needs to represent the community. Some people just enjoy making content, acting, or creating art. It doesn't have to be a big statement about something that is not that big of a part of someone's life. Like, yes, being gay is a big part of someone's life, but it's not entirely you. You probably have other interests and things that interest you other than being gay. I know this because like 90% of my friends are straight and we don't sit there talking about me liking men or anything like that. We don't even sit around and just talk about girls either. Taehyung showing support to big gay films is something really good and something I would encourage everyone, gay or not, to take part in. It's important to understand and have sympathy for others and learning the experiences and things that make up a person and possibly the friends around you. It's just important to know. Some people were really upset at Taehyung and others believe this was a confession on Ben's Instagram about him dating Jungkook. There's many people who believe that relationship is true and they do think both boys are gay. So of course these moments where Taehyung interacts with LGBT is kind of like a true sign of himself. But he hasn't come out and said anything himself, and funny enough, most people don't have to say anything. Like, I feel like a lot of American artists don't have to sit there and come out. They can just be gay and people assume that they are and just either watch them or not. But I feel like at this point in K-pop and in BTS's career, it seems the fandom would expect the members to come out. If they are, there's few people, but they do exist that kind of demand a straight answer or a gay answer to whether they are on the rainbow side or not. I also don't want artists to stop or show less support to gay people in fear that they might be seen as gay. I don't think BTS is scared of that at all, but I'm talking mostly about other artists. I think it would suck if only gay people were allowed to show support to gay films, because what is the point of that then? Gay people already know the message, they live it. Let me know what you think. Make sure you check out my Patreon for more videos, link below. Thank you to this lovely comment right here. Love you, bye.